Okay, let's continue on with our daily videos and keep a backlog for Sir Corey. Let's just sketch. So I can't show you the photos because I took them at the airport when I used to go teaching at the university, and I just took people's pictures. I don't know, probably not the coolest thing to do, but I did it. And but this was a looks like she's a nun, and she's just sitting there chilling. And the first thing you want to do is just get the story, and for that you want to kind of scribble. And she has a bag here and a suitcase, and her feet are here, and got this couch. So from perspective, okay. These are going to be kind of short, but these are really important, especially if you're going to get into animation, you know, because you want to get the story down. But, you know, the people move a lot, so you're not going to get the finished piece. So she might be moving, you know, and she turns, and you say, okay, I got the arm here, and then she turns, I got this arm here. And so you're not going to be able to get like this total finished piece. You know, because, you know, she might get up and walk away. So as she's walking, you know, you grab, you know, the shape of her, you know, her hair, or she's a nun, so you don't see the hair. But the trick is that for animation, it's got to be spontaneous and kind of a moment in time. So if you need to, you know, put in like two colors, like here I'm using green. And it's kind of cool that, you know, I'm drawing a nun with green because, as my student Michaela knows, that, you know, green's from the Bible. I mean, you know, come on, everything's green. You know? So I mean, you think about it. You know, Moses talks to a burning bush. The bush is green, obviously, right? You know, Jesus walks on water, and obviously it's red. You know, it's not red, it's green, you know. Let's see what else. Jesus walks on water, green water, parting the Red Sea. Well, there's also a thing as Red Sea, so it's green. Everything's green. So if you want to do stuff that's pretty, do green. Okay, so then here's the face, right? You want to think of the skull. So there's like the orbit of the eye. So even in a quick sketch, all of your knowledge that you've gained from doing those long drawings come out. You have the same angle going for like the eye, the nose, the lips. Okay. She's got a little bit of hair here. She has an ear poking through. Now, because this is complicated here, she's doing a good job, but nature says, let's go simple here. So we'll go like this. So that's kind of cool. So I used to love, you know, the part of flying to San, you know, the part of teaching at San Jose was not just about teaching there. It was the whole experience of the day. And I would plan, you know, like I would say, okay, I'm going to draw, you know, when I get to the airport, and I knew what I wanted to draw. And, you know, I'd bring all my art supplies and just sit and sketch. I just loved it. So a delayed flight was really not an issue because you have more time to sit and sketch. Okay, so we got this, and she's wearing, it's called a habit, right? I guess, I don't know. I used to like to fly with nuns. You know, we'd have all these crazy conversations. And I don't know if it's good luck to sit next to a nun. You know, I think Jesus is going to kill their own. Who knows? Okay, here we go. But I used to have all these wild conversations sitting next to nuns. We had so much fun. It was super chill, super cool. And we got along really well. Go, boom. It's amazing how many people you meet, you know, sitting on the same flight every week. It was quite the experience. It's over now, which is fine. I think 24 years was enough. But definitely cool. Met a lot of good friends at the airport. So if you were to say to me, Sheldon, you're going to fly every week up to San Jose, teach 10 hours. So you're going to get up at 3 in the morning. You're going to go to the airport. You're going to fight to get on the plane with everybody. You're going to teach 2 5-hour classes back to back with no break, because there's no break. You don't take a break. Students are always asking questions, and no break, to then get to the airport, to then fight to get back on a flight, to get home anywhere between 11 to 1 in the morning. That's what time the plane would land. I would say you're crazy, but we did it, and it was a good thing. It had its time. Here we go. Boom. So complex here, simple here. Now, one thing that I notice, a lot of people sketch, they're not using the lines for the story. So she's got these wrinkles here, like these folds. Use them to point to her face, okay? So that'll bring the eye up. So that's important. And then if this is real complicated here, go simple. And then she's got her arm going away. Okay, I'll put a hand here, which I don't see in the photo, but, I probably wouldn't anyways, because she would be, moving all over the place. Maybe I'll have her holding, fingers like that. Like she's praying. I don't know. She's about to get on an airplane. She might be praying. Or maybe she has to sit next to me. She's really going to be praying. Here we go. I don't want to sit next to that guy. He's crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then since this is really complicated here, we're going to go real simple there. See, so we go like that. So that's really fun. And then she's got, I don't know what she's got in her lap. Looks like she's got a blanket, so we'll get rid of that. So we're going to put the arm right there, give it some perspective. Okay. Excuse me. Somebody just swallowed down the wrong way. Okay, so we have this couch. It was kind of fun. LAX was different than Burbank, because Burbank, LAX, they really tried to make it more comfortable. What happened was the flight changed, and I would have to have arrived at school less than an hour later than normal. The models, we could have had the models posing, but my boss at the time would not allow me to arrive an hour, 40 minutes later, even though we had times when the flight would be delayed. So I could no longer go out of Burbank. I had to go out of LAX. And instead of waking up at like 4 or something in the morning, I had to wake up at like 3 in the morning. So I don't know if that made me real happy. It's like, I think the students could have drawn from the model for a while and warmed it up before the teacher got there, but it allowed me to experience LAX. But that was probably the end of San Jose for me, because, I was doing it as a payback. It wasn't, it was more a way of saying thank you to a wonderful industry. Okay, so now we're going to draw out from here. So it's amazing how you can think about what would make you stop something. It's just a simple thing. It's 20 minutes or 45 minutes. Okay, so here we go. And then she has, I don't think we need to put the bag on top. We'll just give her a suitcase. We'll go here. But I knew everybody at the airport, from the managers to the TSA to the police, because I work in forensics, so of course I have a lot in common with the police, talk and tell stories and stuff. It was always fun. And then a lot of friends, people that I knew that flew every week, and we were just buddies. So cool. So it wasn't just the classroom that was the experience. It was just hearing people's stories and making friends. It was great. And students were fine. I think we started a lot of careers. Pass on a lot of information that, isn't in books. A lot of stuff you learn in studios are not in the books. That's why at our school, we teach a lot of stuff that you're not going to find. It's passed down from generation. And it's really cool, especially when you can teach it to a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds like I did today and think, wow, these guys are really getting a lot of information. And they're going to start their career young. Okay, let's throw in some tone here. Go with a number 5 warm, put some Copic. So light's going to come this way. So I really want to put in some shadows. Oh, we made it to 11 minutes already, wow. Okay, and then we'll put a light here, little shadow here, and then we'll have some light, and then we'll cast a little shadow from her, the habit she's wearing. I think the light's actually coming this way. I think I screwed it up. Oh well, we'll make it come from the top. Group your shadows. See, so it comes down like this, and it goes across, comes down. So you really need to group shadows. Had a conversation with a nun once at the airport, and I said, "What's going on?" She goes, "Oh, we just had a nun conference, 700 nuns," she said, in the same building. I said, "That's a lot of nuns." So we got this long conversation. She started talking to me about kids. And she says, "How do you stop kids from having sex," she said, "if they've already started?" And I said, "Well, I have to give an answer that you would understand." She said, "Okay." I said, "Have you ever had chocolate?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Did you stop after one piece?" And she said, "No." And I said, "That's the point." It was really funny. She goes, "Only you would come up with an analogy like that." And I said, "Well, you asked." So we had a lot of fun. It was great. Okay, so we like this. Now I'm playing with values. So, these are pretty similar, but it's different temperature. But we had a great time because we were both doing the same thing. We were both working with kids and trying to keep them healthy and keep them alive until they became adults. Here we were, me using art and her using religion, but with the same goal. It was really fun. It was really neat. We hung out. It was great. Okay, here we go. Really should write a book about all the airport stories. There's so many crazy stuff. So really trying to play with the values. Okay, so this is all like from middle to really dark. And then we can come in with this white and kind of hit some of the lights. Okay, so we got that. We can come back in. Some more markers. See, so this brings the eye up. And there we go. We can put some shapes in the background. You know, windows. It'd be kind of fun. Put a window here. Bring out her face. And these are your sketches. See? And this is for animation because it's a mood, it's a story. It's what, you know, it's kind of a thing. We'll do some more. Let's do some more.